Hey folks, my name is Veronica Foster and I am going to be your child's English teacher this year for sophomore English, also known as literature and communication. And if you had been able to attend an in-person open house, the following is probably what I would have said. So at first I would have introduced myself and I would have told you that this is going to be my 7th year teaching English at Biddeford High School. Before this, I taught for 2 years in Charlotte, North Carolina, but I'm actually from Saco, which I hope you will not hold against me. And I really love teaching the sophomore English class. Freshman year is really about sort of giving students the basics that they're going to need to be able to do to effectively do the reading and writing that we ask them to do in high school. And sophomore year is where they really get the opportunity to start to apply some of that to themselves and to think about the world around them in a different way. So some of the units that we'll cover this year include cultural perspective, include annotating. We have a unit on rhetoric where we'll look at some tips and tricks that people use to sway their audience and then try to use them ourselves to be more persuasive. And we also have an argument unit where your child will get to develop a written argument of their own about a topic of their choice, which is always pretty fun. So really about engaging with some more nonfiction texts, really about thinking about media awareness and how to format a message so that it's as effective as possible, and in general some things that, generally speaking, kids find pretty useful. A thing to know about my classroom is that we'll be doing independent reading all year. And the reason for that, I have provided some information about that in one of the links in the email I sent you. But that will be most of the time, the majority of your students' homework is reading a book of their choice at home. And so if at any point he or she is like, no, I don't have any homework for English class, I would love if you would encourage them to read for even 15 or 20 minutes is enough to accrue the benefit of independent reading. So I have lots of books here that your student can check out from me. We're going to do this in a really sort of COVID-safe way. So if your child checks out a book, they'll be the only person that touches that book until they give it back. And at that point, I'll quarantine it for 10 days so that we can make sure that it's safe. We also this year have access to an online library, and students will be able to check out books that way as well, which is awesome. So if you have any questions at all, I hope that you'll reach out to me. And in general this year, I hope that you'll keep pretty consistent communication. I think, we're approaching a school year unlike any that I have ever seen, unlike any that your child has ever seen. And it will be really helpful to me if you can give me some feedback about how things are going. So if your kid comes home and they're like, I have no idea what's going on in English, or I really need help with this, please let me know. Similarly, if they come home and they're like, we did this great thing today, let me know that too, so that we can do more of that. But in general, just please don't hesitate to email me at any point. I am really happy to help and would love to work with you this year. So I hope that I talk to you soon, and enjoy the beginning of the school year.